And we are back here on Weather Command. We're watching the Caribbean closely as Melissa continues its journey through the warmest part of the Atlantic. The wind is going to be just one issue that many living in Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic will face. Flooding, landslides also going to be a growing concern. You see the text that's been issued by the National Hurricane Center telling people in Jamaica that preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion since strong winds could begin in these areas and continue over the weekend. By Friday, tomorrow, that could start. Kathy Ann Caesar joins us now. Kathy is the chief meteorologist at the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology. Kathy, thank you for being with us. What has your attention this morning, specifically about Melissa's forecast? Is there one element that's more concerning than another?
Yes, thank you, Stephen. Yes, that element would be slow movement and the amount of up-level wind shear that we're seeing, the strong winds that seems to have been eroding the northern part of the storm. But more concerning is this very slow movement, which is actually giving the models a lot of problems in actually projecting the right path. And as you correctly said, we look at the range of countries that are under warning, all the way from Jamaica to the Dominican Republic. And so we expect this weekend for the system to move very slowly. And this slow movement will also have a projected impact as it moves over these territories to move very slow, which will increase the possibility of severe weather impacts associated with the storm as it moves towards the north.
And Kathy, when we talk about a slow-moving storm, especially in the Caribbean, there's an element of it's hard for a system not to hit land because the Caribbean is surrounded by beautiful islands. You're based in Trinidad and Tobago. When you're looking at the jurisdiction of the Caribbean, it does seem as if it's the Western Caribbean that we really need to pay attention to, at least the westernmost islands, right? Cuba, Jamaica, the Tiburon Peninsula of Haiti, with
Haiti,
the,
yes,
especially Haiti. And I'm thinking with the rain that we're expecting here, there are huge vulnerabilities that we have, and the possibility of a couple of feet of rain that could very well be catastrophic.
Extremely catastrophic, especially in the peninsula of Haiti, where we have basically open territories in terms of heavy rainfall. Any kind of heavy rainfall, if there's a few inches accumulation, could be pretty dangerous. But now you have possibly long periods of this continuous rainfall. And I know as this system was developing, it moved across the southern eastern Caribbean, and the rainfall was tremendous. And you can see there on your image, those really colorful black colors basically tells us that this system has the possibility of very heavy rainfall, some as much as maybe 4 to 8 inches of rainfall. Look at 40 inches over a rainfall over an extended period of time over areas such as Haiti can be tremendously impactful with flooding, landslides, exposed areas. And also we could actually have some lightning too as well. And these systems now, once weakening the ground territories and buildings, now expose those areas to any kind of winds that would be associated with a tropical cyclone, which will make the system more impactful. So this is going to be a concern, especially for an extended period of time.
I'm wanting to find some sort of silver lining, because when we talk about impacts, especially with a storm in the Caribbean, and we look at how slow Melissa's going to move, it really has the makings of what would be a worst case scenario. We've got a strengthening hurricane that could very well make a run at Category 5, and then with the amount of rain that we're expecting in a place like Jamaica, we have elevation that ranges from sea level, Kingston, Jamaica,
Yes.
sea level, all the way up to 7,400 feet. That is going to enhance. And being a meteorologist there in the Caribbean, you know it better than I mean, storms of reference. I mean, this could be in the leagues of storms that have been historical for an island like Jamaica, if the forecast we see plays out.
Yes, we're going back to possibly storms like Gilbert, and that was pretty catastrophic for Jamaica. Right now, what I'd be more interested in looking at is the heavy rainfall impacts. I think with this share, there is a great possibility that it may not strengthen as quickly and may surpass the islands before it regains that strength. But we have to play on the worst case scenario. And so therefore, we'll be looking at a strong possible storm moving across, first of all, impacting the floodplain areas of Kingston, which could bring not only heavy rainfalls, but strong marine impacts, waves, high sea waves, which will definitely move in and storm surge, move into those areas. And then once it moves towards the north, impacting the higher elevations, then you add in local effects of heavy rainfall, which will actually even add to the situation. And
Well,
so this is one of the things that we'll be looking at.
and I think it's a very important forecast to follow with it happening over several days. I mean, we're looking at those rain totals and we're seeing the alerts that are in effect,
Yeah.
still hurricane watches. It will be one for several days that we'll be watching carefully, as I know that you guys will be too. Thank you for joining us this morning. Kathy Ann Caesar, Chief Meteorologist at the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Have a good weekend.
All right, take care. You too.